Welcome to the 2022 CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. This is the Arcadia Arizona Open, being held at the beautiful Casino del Sol in Tucson. This is the first of 6 events scheduled for 2022, and we do have a full field of 64 players vying for $75,000 in prize fund. First prize is $25,000. CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series has a total prize fund of $750,000 for the season. These events are held alongside the CueSports International State Championships in Arizona, Wisconsin, Las Vegas, Michigan, and Puerto Rico, with thousands of BCA USA Pool League members in attendance. The game is 10-ball, and we have a great match for you here. We have Predator GORST, who won this event last year, defending champion, versus CZAPLA, a player from Poland. This is George Staha in the booth with Mark White, and we're bringing you the live action.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Federer won the lag, so he broke the balls. Federer is playing better and better every time he comes to Tucson. Bart, who's at the table, is a 32-year-old player from Poland who stopped playing when he was 13 years old. He was a 6-year-old, played from 6 to 13, and he was 5th in the world junior champion out of Poland. He stopped playing, and he started playing again just recently, and aspires to be a touring pro and live here in the United States.
Wow.
He's here on a 5 weeks visa to enjoy the U.S., and then he is trying to come back, and he's looking to be a pro here in the U.S.
Perhaps we could rent an apartment together, him and I, because I'm trying to stay here as well.
There you go. Go talk to him after the match. Don't bother him right now. But nice safety. He's played there on Federer.
Yeah, I must say, I know nothing about the guy, and I was just watching Federer warm up over on the booth table over there, and he was practicing. The guy kept talking to him, and he said, "Oh, do you mind if I play you?" And Federer said, "Sure." And they just played together, and he broke and ran on him.
Well,
the guy never got a shot.
He won a rack for me, it's okay. Well, he's off and running here. But you told a story yesterday, I believe, about Rich Moon, who was practicing at night after, when the players were practicing prior.
That's right, yeah.
And he was playing Scotch doubles with Federer for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
That says a lot. That says a lot. Last year, when he won this event, I wanted to get an interview after he won, and I had to stop him and say, "Federer, can I have a few words?" Because we were interviewing we interviewed the winners, Carlo Biato and himself, and he says, "Man, we have 40 minutes to make a flight, and I got to get to Phoenix to make the flight." But he gave me a 5-minute interview.
You should have given him a ride to the airport and interviewed him on the way to the airport.
I would have gotten speeding tickets. But great young man, great young man.
Yeah,
he's great for the sport. He's 21 years old. He's from Russia. He won in Arizona. He was 17th in Las Vegas. He was 9th in Michigan. He played 3 events last year. He's ranked number 2 in the Pro Series rankings from last year. And there's a good look at the young Polish man, aspiring pro.
I actually was getting a pronunciation lesson off of Fedor.
Oh yeah, okay.
Now, there's a letter in the Russian alphabet which no other language has, and it's O. And he was trying to explain to me how to say Fedor.
Fedor.
Yeah, it's
like almost feral.
Yeah, yeah. But I said I'll just call you GORST.
There was a lot of talk. Was it the Turning Stone and other places about the pronunciation?
Yes, it was his friend Alex
Fedor.
who was in the booth. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they were trying to help. But anyway, we'll stick with Fedor.
GORST and Fedor.
Or Fedor, yeah, whatever. And Fedor, whatever you want to call him, wins the first rack. So he's 1 up in the first set against the young Polish guy. And it's a nice story. I like when a guy comes back after giving it up. There's a great American player, Devon Petit, who went away, had a family. Now he's just recently bought a pool hall, and now he's just making a comeback as well. And there was even talk of him making the Mosconi Cup.
Yes, well,
Because I know he's a very good friend of
the
Jeremy
name's
Jones.
been tossed around, yes. You know, I do get to sit next to Jeremy. He never tells me anything, but I get to sit next to him.
I haven't even got, he's not even a friend of mine on Facebook. He won't even let me. I've sent him a friend request about 3 years ago and still haven't got an answer. So here we go then. Now watch the break, Fedor. He doesn't jump up anymore on this break. He stays down. We were talking about it before, so we've got the perfect chance now, George.
And I think he's taking off a little of the speed too. He's just stroking right through. Just with a good view, good camera angle to watch him break. Let's watch his head.
There, stays right down on the cue.
Yep. And 7, ooh, that 7 was headed towards that 10 ball. That could have been interesting.
It's dry.
It is, with an opening shot. Well, let's see what this young man from Poland's made of. 633 Fargo. So he's working his way up. I'm not sure. I should check to see how much robustness he has. These are 2 races to 4. If there is a tie, then it goes to a shootout. This 3-foul rule is in effect. 10 ball on the break counts, as do early combos. There's a 30-second shot clock. And I'm sure he's new to playing with the shot clock.
Yeah, early thoughts on him. He certainly looks the part. He's got a very deliberate cue action, nice stance.
Looks good over the ball.
And he's, of course, from that great country, Poland.
They got some players, don't they? The Poland. I got you there. That was good.
Thanks, mate. I wondered if you got that.
Yes. Sometimes I get them. You know, most of the time your humor is right over my head. They have some outstanding players here today.
That was a clever
Max
shot.
Lechner, Misko Fortunsky, Konrad Jushushin.
Yeah, we can see a great Lithuanian a little bit later as well. Piers Labutis, guy from Lithuania, from I forget the name of the capital now. I've been there. I know Vilnius. He's from capital Vilnius.
He's talking to Jonas Suto from Spain.
Yeah, another good player. 3 Spaniards here, I believe. No, 4, I think. 5 if you count you.
Not a Spaniard. I have a lot of Spanish Basque blood in me, but no Spaniard. Born and raised right here in Arizona.
Arizona, born and raised. Here we go then. Oh, that's
too
well
much,
wide.
Way too much. Wow. That's really spread. He says, I can't believe that
he
grabbed
can't
the
believe
English
it.
so well.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It took
that wouldn't have done that yesterday.
I don't think so. It really surprised. Well, this is a great opportunity for Bart, Mr. CZAPLA.
Yeah, first time on the TV table for him, I'm guessing. Well, he's certainly on the 5.
Yes, it is. He's certainly on the 5. He's awfully cool. And actually, he's got just the right angle to get away from it.
It's perfect.
I would elevate and just, there you go, just like that. Nice and easy. Look at the 7-10 combo. He would like to got straight in so you can just follow to it, but he looks, I guess I would just settle for being a little further away. Just pocket this ball real soft, just like that. And now you just got to make the ball.
Yeah, it's not
and
a
on
gimme,
new
is
cloth,
it?
well, on new cloth, it's a lot easier than if this cloth was broken in all the way. This cloth was 3 months old. Oh, he missed.
Played it very hard as well. Didn't really give it a chance. Well, is he going to get lucky? No.
You don't want to play that soft because you don't want to hang it up.
There's the argument, though, isn't there? Do you go for it wholeheartedly, or do you play it with an element of safety and risk playing too much pace on it?
He did hit it pretty hard to get the cue ball way down there, so.
Yeah.
That answers your argument.
Oh, terrific shot. Great cueing, and you'll hear me wax lyrical about this guy. I just love his temperament, his technique, everything about him. I think he's the package.
Yeah, he's quite a great example. if you're an aspiring, this is a great match for Bart CZAPLA. If you're an aspiring player, if you emulate this young man right here, you will be successful.
Yeah.
You'll be off to a great start.
I know there's a lot of people talk about different pros. I think we're going to a break. We'll be back.
Back with Fedor GORST breaking the third game, leading 2-0 over Bart CZAPLA, Poland. Side break should be coming across it. No, he's side break and stopping it. Made a ball, made 2 balls on the break. 3-10 is an issue. Cue ball and the 7 ball's an issue too. It blocks the 2.
Yeah, I just wonder he's got the 3-9 combo, so the 3 doesn't. He's not too bad.
3's not gonna. Looks like it's tied up on the 10. I wonder if he's gonna kind of elevate a little bit and not say this 2 ball in. Just spin it. He's going to go ahead and push out, huh? Okay. Because that shot on the screen looks doable. But this, of course, is much higher percentage. Let's see what this young man does with the shot. He passed it back.
Let's see what Fedor had in mind then. Maybe the 9. Maybe in off the 9.
Well, I think if I was Bart, I might have hit the right side of that 2 ball and gone 2 rails to get behind the 6-10, someplace down here, and a lot of we just cut it real thin and come straight down. Either way,
he's thinning this, I think. He's tried to thin it and called it much too thick. He didn't play it like that, did he? Called it much too thick. So another chance then, and look, can he bump into the 10 here?
Come straight out. Straight up. I asked him if he was sponsored. I asked Bart if he was sponsored by anyone. The answer was no. He's just now getting started. Looks to be an old school player with the wooden shaft, and probably look at this. I did go by. You were right.
You never listen to me, Taya Shea.
He finally caught on.
I wasn't going to gloat, but you know.
That was good. No.
Oh, it was a bit quick on that shot. Didn't really give it too much respect, that one, did he? A little bit quick on the shot. But, you know, nerves, first time on the TV table for some years, that is, of course.
He looks a little relaxed over there.
He's got a lovely hairstyle going on there.
What's that?
He's got a very nice hairstyle going on there. He looks the part.
Is he taking a shot at the 10 ball here? No, he's going all out for the make.
These days, George, these youngsters, it's all about image now. You've got to look the part now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another reason I'm not a pro. I don't look the part.
Test up. Oh, great. What a great shot that was. Cued it lovely.
7 ball. He's okay. He got by. It's good. Well, let's see if he can run these 5 balls off.
Yeah, it'll make him feel good, won't it?
Made a good shot there on the 3.
Just early impressions are he's just a little bit quick sometimes, but that could just be a little bit of nerves. So. Oh, and again, you see, that's careless. Has a little smile. Federer will gobble up these chances.
That arm kind of swung inside there.
It's not an easy initialization, is it? Coming on TV table first time, playing against Federer GORST.
Playing against one of the best players in the world.
Oh, and he's hung up the 6.
And he's giving you another opportunity.
Do you know, Federer's got this amazing little expression that he does when he misses, like a kind of a...
Yeah.
Well, you know, and it always reminds me, you remember Laurel and Hardy?
Yes, I do.
Stan Laurel. He looks just like him when he does that. I always think of him when he does that.
Oh, we just said that on the air, didn't we?
Oh, are we live?
We live. Oh, boy.
He's digging down on this. Doesn't want to hit this too
just
thin and draw the cue ball into the pocket. And it's a great shot.
No, into the pocket. Oh, wow. Wow. He threw it in the pocket, all right.
Oh, not the one I thought it was going to go in. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well.
And it was a little bit hard as well, wasn't it? It's going 3-0, I think. You can hear some microphone announcement in the background, maybe. That's because there's a big tournament going on, a big amateur, the Arizona State Championships as well. Great atmosphere in here, George.
Oh, it's fantastic. And this room is rather full. There's quite a few people in here. Every table. 40, how many tables did you say?
46 total.
46 total. Well, with the 6 9-footers, yes. And just look at the people in here.
So look, I wanted to have this little
wall-to-wall champions, wall-to-wall Arizona State players.
Yeah, just Mika Immonen just had a win over on the adjacent table to us. We've got young Tyrell Blowers playing on another one. We've had David Arcadia in action. We've got Michael Yednak now, I can see. So lots and lots going on. And when you were mentioning that Federer is the man to follow, the man to copy, I wanted to just bring up very, very quickly about how many people follow Shane Van Boening. Of course, Shane Van Boening hasn't got the textbook technique, really, has he?
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Shane Van Boening, but you're right. Go ahead with your,
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say that people try to copy what he does, but what he does is so natural and, it's him, it's what he does. Not many other people can play that way.
I'll say one thing about Shane from the time I've spent watching him is he's got when he comes to the table, his pre-shot routine is very consistent.
Yeah.
Very consistent. And his alignment is near perfect.
It's
if not
great.
perfect.
His pre-shot
It's
is great, but I'm talking about his actual, the way he strokes, the way he cues, he lifts his elbow up and turns his hand inside. You know, it's very hard to emulate, to copy.
There was a cue ball, and yep.
Whereas Fedor is easier to copy because everything's textbook.
Young man's Bart's going back saying, "I'm making it easy for this guy. I got to give him more of a show here. I got to get down to business. I'm getting opportunities and not taking advantage."
Yeah, breathing very
and
heavy.
I think his nerves might have something to do with it. I could be completely wrong, but from the way I watch him smile when he sits down and stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. I mean, you're used to getting a lot of attention at the table when you're real young, and you leave the game for many years, and you come out, and you want to go back into it again. Look at this.
He took a risk there, I tell you. Got way into the cue ball much more then.
And now all of a sudden you're trying to come back to the game as an adult, because he quit playing when he was 13, I'm sorry. And you know, you draw on your successes, but can they be that far apart? It's a good question.
Good point, yeah. So he's going to be sliding this forward down the rail, across for the 5. This is not easy. One, you've got to just cue it nicely, just stroke it in, stay still on the shot.
This will take quite a shot here.
Beautiful shot.
Nice shot, nicely done. Look at the speed on this.
Just a little bit straight,
You like
maybe.
to lay that on the rail.
Do you reckon draw back for the 6-10? Well, the 6 doesn't go, mate. It goes in the side, of course, but it's a big draw shot.
Yeah. Well, these draw shots, these guys handle pretty well.
He's looking at the 6-10.
He's looking at the 6-10. If he wants to come back to where he's at for the 6 in the side, that's there too. He can get there. But let's see how he decides to handle this. It's a choice he has to make.
Might just want to pinch this slightly, George, just to hold it away from the rail, because it doesn't want to end up going too near the rail.
What would your thought process be here, Mark? I mean, you're a world champion. You're playing better and as good as anyone in the world. And you're playing a guy. Do you go for this, or do you just do you take the shot, that 6-10? Your opponent is not showing you that he can hurt you.
Yeah, I think you can. I think to answer that question,
look at this.
Gives you a lot more confidence, and you see your opponent missing.
Can you ease off too much?
You can, of course you can. One shot, as we've seen in this format particularly, can change a complete match. Yeah. So you have to find a balance there. I thought it was too straight to play the shot he played, but he's behind the shot, of course.
You can see it looks like. I think he can make this one.
He can make this one, yeah.
All right, maybe he couldn't.
There's the answer to your question. Certainly showing lots of respect. He knows he's playing the balls.
One of the things about champions, you know, or someone that takes this game serious, is they give the necessary respect to the shot. He did there, regardless of whether his player can hurt him or not. But look at this. His players put him in a good position. That's a good return shot. It's a good safety right back.
Somebody once told me, always play the right shot.
That's correct. That's the point I was trying to. You just made it for me.
You cannot be blamed. You cannot feel bad for playing the right shot. You can feel very bad for playing the wrong shot.
Somebody has to beat you. You don't beat yourself.
Oh, we're coming up with them today, George.
Oh, I tell you.
We should write a book.
Well, I got them from you.
Let's write a book. Good solid hit. Well, he's left it.
And now let's see if Bart will shoot the combo, or it's a tough run out. He's looking at it.
Yep, looking at the 10. He's caroming it, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, he's got second prize, I think.
Look at this. No,
but he can jump the edge if need be. I mean, how good was he jumping with a full cue? We spoke about it yesterday at the turning stone, where no jump cues were allowed. He was just jumping like he was using a jump cue. So this should be a... So just over the edge of the tent, and look at this. I've got the prime position. I'm sorry you haven't at home, but... And he almost strokes it in, doesn't he? The same as he plays with a normal cue.
He got perfect position for the 7. Watch this. He's got perfect position for the 7.
I mean, even when you hook this guy, it's still no guarantee that he's not going to clear up, is it? Really is such a talent.
See if he keeps on the same line and avoids the side pocket on the right or the left.
Got mighty close to it. Knew exactly what he was doing. Well, it's looking like 4-0, and so far it's, well, I wouldn't say a masterclass, but...
It's a race to 4, and he's looking at 3 more balls to close that first set out.
I mean, the positives that Bart can take out of this first set is he has had chances. It's not like he's been broken run on. He's had his chances in every single rack, George.
And we're going to take a break after this 10 ball and come back with set number 2.
I can't wait till we start again.
Back in Tucson, Arizona at Casino del Sol with Bart CZAPLA breaking the balls in the second set to start off the second set. He's lost the first one, and he's lost the cue ball. He's lost the first one 4-0.
Let's hope John can find it.
This young man, everything's gone wrong for him. He's made some mistakes. He's lost the cue ball on numerous occasions already. And even on the break, he's lost it.
Yeah, it's a typical first appearance against a big player on a big stage, right? Yeah. And it is a big stage, right? They're playing for $25,000 first prize. That's massive. Are you sure that's right, George?
That is correct. And that by itself is the biggest prize fund I've seen in Tucson in the, let's see, I've been 52 years.
52 years.
Well, 70s when I came to Tucson from my hometown in Nogales, which is an hour drive south. And so 1970, I came up here, and since then, you know, I have never seen a prize fund of $25,000
Wow.
in a 4-day event here in Tucson. We did have a big tournament at La Paloma in like 1989 or 90, but I don't think the prize fund was $25,000.
Wow. So that's what they're playing for, first prize?
That's first prize. It's $52,000 added. So there's $75,000 in prize fund altogether. Winner is $25,000. Second place is, it's twice as much as played last year. I paid $12 last year to Fedor. And second place is $15,000. Third, fourth is $75,000. Fifth through eighth is $3,000, and ninth through 16th is $1,000. So if you're playing on Saturday, you've won $1,000.
I think he's looking at.
And you're only playing one match.
I think he's just going to kill the cue ball here, isn't he? Or is he playing? Is he going rail first here? He might be playing this rail first, you know.
I really can't tell.
I think he is. Left-hand English rail first.
Yeah,
and he did. He got into it too much though, because that was going to take him over to the 7. He's got away with it though. He's had a little bit of a result there, Fedor.
That was pretty creative. That was a tough.
It was, wasn't it?
That far away from the pocket, that rail first shot, he's like less than a quarter inch off the rail. It's a tough rail first shot.
Oh, this is on its way. It's a beautiful bank. And look at this. He's got a shot on the 7.
He's got a bank on the 7.
What happened? Oh, it didn't go in.
You can ask him to shoot again if he wants. It's illegally pocketed.
Oh, it went in the wrong pocket. Oh, I thought he called it. I've lost my concentration there for a minute, George.
I've had a little bit of problem with it for a little bit now. I think I need some food. Overcut.
Wow. This 7 ball is.
Now this is a great opportunity for Bart here. I hope he just draws it down the rail. Just down the rail. There you go.
Oh, that's nicely cued. Absolutely perfect. Very nicely played. Well done, Bart.
Opening the set. He's got a good shot. Oh, he's on the rail, and this makes the shot a little tough.
So, gets his first rack on the board. Well done, Bart. What do you reckon then, George?
What do I recommend? Breathe deep, have a drink of water, and come back and do it again.
You need some, you need a burger inside you, mate, or something.
Yeah, I need some food in a little bit, but that's okay.
So what happened on that 6 ball? Take me through that 6 ball. What happened then? I thought he...
It looked like he went rail first, like you described, and it just, he hit a little too high. And the thing about when it's that close to the rail and you go rail first, sometimes, especially on slick cloth, it doesn't matter if you go rail first, it reacts almost the same way. Because I like rail first shots, I really do, and I use them a lot. But that was an awfully tough one. I think he was experimenting.
Wow, he's hit them. He's made the 1.
And I think he'll play the 10 ball with the cue. I think he'll play a billiard shot here and go for the 10.
You think so? Is it not
too high?
Well,
he hasn't shown us that he can run out, so why wouldn't he? Yes. It just takes a little bit, just a little bit of draw.
Yeah, he's looking at the billiard.
It lays pretty nice for it. It can be made. The problem is it can also be hung.
So here we go then. He's going for an early 10. And he's missed it. And now has he sold out? Yes, he has.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I'm in, this is just, I'll take you through some thinking that I think might come into play here. He's in a match where he hasn't proven he can run out yet. He ran the last 3 or 4 balls pretty well. But with a 7-9 up there, you know, why not take a chance to win the game? You're probably not going to run out if you don't try it. So, and it was available. He didn't miss it that far. He made a decent hit on the ball.
Yeah.
He'll come around with this ball. It's 9 ball and 10 and 7 ball are in the way to come around for the 4.
He could dig down a little bit, I suppose, a little bit of right hand on it or something.
Let's see how he handles this. He's going to use high. Awfully short. Is he going to scratch on the side?
Well,
no.
Now here's a real chance. Now, come on then, Bart. This is where you need to do the Bart man. He needs to run out
here. He's got to get at least to the 7.
Yeah, 6 to 7 obviously is the shot. Would you try and move it, George, or would you leave a thinner 7?
The 7-9? Yeah, I would try to get the cue ball right about where the 10, right about in that area, so I could come up and try to break that 7-9.
He simply just forgot to pot the ball there. It was all about the cue ball, thinking about the cue ball, missing the 10 ball with it, coming round the angles to leave the 5 in the side, and just didn't pay enough attention to the putt.
He's going to jump this.
Well, we all know how difficult it is when the ball is so close to the rail, of jumping the cue ball off, so he's got to get this up and down very quick.
And the thing is, he lands this so soft. Watch how soft this lands. It's not a hard land.
Oh, wow. Newsflash. Stop press. Fedor GORST has completely missed the jump shot.
Yeah.
They are rare.
That is rare.
We need to put that one on the show reel, George. It's so rare.
It's not a highlight, but a low light.
Well, yeah, but it's certainly a rarity for Fedor, isn't it? So another chance. And he can't say he's not getting the chances.
No, yeah. I've never seen Federer miss this, give up so many opportunities. Bounce. He's got the right angle to come up for the 7.
Yeah, he's looking.
If he can catch the rail on the underneath the 6 here, he can come up for it.
Oh, he's just
almost made
the 7 from there.
He even opens up the 7-9 for him. Wow. He's having a bad day.
It's one of those days you really feel for him, don't you, now, because you understand, you've been there yourself, and you know how he's feeling inside now, and it's not nice to see.
That's kind of the shot he had that Federer lined up for a ball in hand, and he would have had the same shot.
He rushed it, didn't he?
Well, sometimes if you've never played on a time clock before, you might be thinking you have to hurry. But 30 seconds is plenty of time if you're any kind of a rhythmic player.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of research into the average time shot, you know, of a player playing a shot, and it's anywhere between 15 to 20 seconds, you know. So it's plenty of time. It's just that added little niggling thing in the back of your mind just to take your mind off the shot. And ended up scooping the white. He played a jump shot, but the wrong way.
I like the way he played this 10 ball. Instead of coming straight down for it, he used both rails. We're going to take a break after this 10 ball and be right back. It's 2-0. Oh, I'm just 1-1, I'm sorry. with Fedor GORST. Tied at 1. Second set. Won the first set 4-0.
Sticking with a break from the side. Oh, is he almost fluked the 2 in the side, but it's dry again.
We are seeing a lot of dry breaks.
What do you expect in the desert?
That's a good question, sir.
Right, let's hope he can settle down now.
He can hit the 1. Did he scratch? No.
No. He just, you know, he just wants to. Maybe he hasn't got any visions of running away and winning this now, but he wants to show the audience that he can play. You know, that's all you want to do, isn't it? Prove yourself.
You know, I think at this point I wouldn't be concerned with the audience. I'd be concerned of at least establish myself as a player, to feel good in the arena, to try to get comfortable at the table, and pocket some balls and leave with a good feeling.
And you know the best thing to come out of this for him is he'll
Humility.
never have another first time.
Humility.
Never have another first time. So, and this will do him a lot of good as well. This experience. You know,
I'm not sure if he can see
bending
this.
this round. He's just going to curl it round the 4 ball. High left. Here we go.
He's trying to masse.
Didn't really get into it, did he?
No, he had to elevate a little more if he's going to masse it.
Made it a little bit awkward to retrieve the cue ball. John Lehman manages it. Tournament referee and director. I mean, we were talking about Bart giving up the game when he was 13. He's just made a return. I think that's the last time John Lehman had his haircut.
Sorry, folks. No comment. Well, Fedor looks pretty good here. Getting on the 3 ball is going to be tough, but the 2 balls, you can just come down and get that cue ball close to the 4 off the 2, and he'll be in shape. Now let's see if I can get you some scores on the outer tables.
Yeah, now it has to be just a little bit careful here. He's got an angle. I think he can go across the face of the 9 and leave the 3 into the same pocket here, you know. I think the 3 passes. So watch this stun across the face of the 9. Just floated it over, didn't he? Beautifully played. Now to rouse this for the 4 into the same pocket. Fedor looking good here to take a 2-1 lead.
Well, you have Francisco Sanchez, champion out of Spain, over Guido Baden, 4-0 in the first set. And that's the only score we have. The rest of them are down on the 1-loss side. It's the only other winners match going on at this time, winner's side match. The others are on the 1-loss side.
Strokes the 5 in. Another formality here then to go 2-1 ahead. But once again, Bart had his chances, so we want him to win a rack, don't we, John?
Fedor has not had a break and run yet.
Hasn't he? Has he not?
I don't believe so.
Perfect picture there, as you'll have here as well, when he takes this 10 ball. And in it goes, 2-1 up to the Russian.
Let's see what it's...
Have you got any other scores for us there, George?
I don't have any scores for a second, but I'll tell you what. At 5 p.m. after our break, we're going to come back to Roland Garcia versus Petrus Labutis. And then at 6:30, we have a feature match. I call it a feature match. It's just one of the matches here, but in my opinion, it's one of the best matches we've had in this state. Now, Oyuki Oi versus Alex Pagulayan. Alex Pagulayan. And then after that at 8. If you want to come down and have dinner at the casino in between there, come over back to the tournament room. Alex Kazakis versus Max Lechner.
Yeah, that's a very good match. That's got
So
all the.
We're gonna close the
match,
evening out with 2 world-class matches, not just 4 world-class players, but matches.
Here we go then. Fedor GORST breaking off, leading 2-1. Second set, 1-0. Can he make a ball?
One ball
He
straight
can.
in the side.
He's made the one in the side, as you say.
No, just the 1 ball.
And he's got a shot on the 2. Look at this 2 ball coming. That's perfect. Leave the 3-4 combo. It's all over.
4 still spinning.
Next.
It's all over. Well, let's see. I've seen some nice breaks like this since we've been sitting up here in the booth yesterday and today. And the slippery table has, kind of cost them. What looks to be a tic-tac-toe out, all of a sudden gets complicated, and they put the X in the wrong place.
We are playing on the 1 slate Predator Apex table, the new all 1 piece slate table. Arcos 2 balls, of course. Cleaned after every single match, table cleaned after every match. Yeah, well, top quality lighting, everything.
And they're doing to all the other 5 tables too, right?
Yeah.
The balls are cleaned every other match. The table's cleaned after every match. You'll notice there's people in the stands with masks and without. The casino does not enforce a mask mandate. And the tournament, CSI, has asked people to be observant and use masks where possible. Wash hands frequently. Sponsors are Predator, CueSports International, Alpha Coin, Kamui, Seabirds.com. CueSports International is the parent company to the BCA Pool League and the USA Pool Leagues. Those are the amateurs that are running around here today playing for their state championship and will be doing the same in Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, Las Vegas, Puerto Rico.
There's that lovely accent again. You're just doing it on purpose now, George. Just because everybody says they like my English accent.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
You're coming back with your Spanish.
I'm having to do something.
I'm actually jealous of Vincent's accent as well, the French speaking English.
Yeah.
So.
And here I was raised to make sure to try not to have an accent.
So this then to put Fedor on the hill, and he's going mighty close to this 9 ball, just brushed it. Oh, this has gone a little bit funny, as you say.
What were you calling it yesterday?
Awkward.
Awkward. Okay.
So it's a thin one into the side. Can go around the back of the 10. Maybe play this with a little bit of right hand, George, just to slow the cue ball, just to check the cue ball off the first rail.
He's going to cut that right in.
Look, he's
and come around for the.
Look, see the way he's held the cue ball up? Absolutely perfectly played. Couldn't have played it better. It's going to be 3-1. It is.
Timeout. Sorry, Mark. Back in action at Casino del Sol, Arizona Open Pro Billiard Series. Federer GORST to break the balls, leading 3-1 in a race to 4 to close out the match. There's the ones down. The cue ball got bumped. He's going to have a shot. Is he? Yes, he is. He's going to have a shot on the deuce with an open rack. The 3-ball does not appear to go by the 8 from the overview. From here it does.
I think it does, yeah. So no problems here, George.
We might have that break and run I said we hadn't had too many of. I think we've only had 3 or 4 at the most since we've been streaming.
Yeah, in the first game of the day, the balls were breaking great, weren't they? Yeah. 2 and 3 balls sometimes.
But they still weren't getting out because everything was sliding around so bad.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh, he's played that lovely, held it, stroked it in, sort of almost like a drag. Beautiful shot. Now look at this. He's looking at maybe stunning in between, just missing the 7.
I think he's looking at missing the 7, going to the rail and coming back across again a little bit.
Yeah.
He might be looking at going between the 9-7, going 2 rails over to the right-hand side of the table. No, he was just going to come over and back.
It's looking bleak.
He has option or a choice to follow the ball 3 rails for position on the 5, or just bring the ball over by the left-hand side pocket and off the rail for the 5. That's what he does with it. A little too hard.
Oh, he's got a beautiful angle on this.
Should go between the 10-9? Yes, it does.
Yeah,
nice camera
gorgeous.
work.
It's lovely.
Answers the question immediately.
Cameraman's on the ball as well.
The whole team's on the ball. Vince runs a tight ship. His production team is awesome.
Well, the first outing for Bart since he's come back hasn't maybe gone as well as he'd have hoped, but you know, he's had his chances and he'll learn from this. And he'll be back.
And the one great thing about this is Bart got to watch up close and personal what a champion and how a champion plays, acts around the pool table in an arena.
Yeah, beautiful to watch.
Great example from this man.
Take nothing away from Fedor. He's still had to do what he's done, and he's done it very well. Unfortunately, though, for Bart, it's high caramba.
Well, he had to win a match to get here, and that's it for this match. We'll be back at 5 o'clock this evening.